Right. Today we're going to see uh, anchor links. Okay.
కిరణ్ గారు
చెప్పండి. ఓకే. ధర్మ anchor script srs is equal to okay. Sorry, what I'm JavaScript. I'm writing JavaScript here. Right. Anyway, so anchor tag. So anchor tags generally used for cross-referencing of document. That means accessing the document, other documents in the current document is nothing but cross-referencing. Cross-referencing, accessing other docs from the current document. Okay, so that can be possible by using anchor tags. Anchor tags can be written in HTML by using a tag. A means anchor tag, and it has an attribute called href. Href means hyperlink reference. So we need to provide some URL inside of this quoted value. Okay, so let me show the cross reference. What actually, for example, SDLC plus wiki. Okay, let's go for this one. See, this document, this wiki document has what you call other links to other document. So this is called that means accessing other documents in the current document is called cross-referencing. That can be possible through anchor tags. When I click on this, it will open the anchor tag on the same page. Okay. So in order to, that means if you want to create an anchor tag, first you have to write the syntax like this. In between that, you can place anything inside of it, a text. I just place the text here. Let me open this one, open the browser. By default, this anchor tag has a style. That means it has some blue in color. The text will be blue in color, and you have an underline as well. Okay. When I click on this, we will go to a corresponding this particular attached file, attached URL. Okay. In this particular example, I'm going to place simply a Google URL, google.com. Okay. I'll refresh the page. When I click on this, see? So by using anchor tag, I'm able to open other document on my current document. Okay. So it comes with a lot of attributes. First of all, there is something called an attribute called download. Okay, download is a Boolean attribute. What it will say is, if you want to download the document, okay, this is the connected document. If you want to download it, then you can use download attribute. This is a Boolean attribute. You can write the Boolean attribute either in this form or just this form. This is HTML representation. This is XHTML representation. Already we discussed about this kind of syntax things, okay, in the introduction itself. Okay, so let me go for simple download. Now refresh the page and click on this. So it is going to download. Okay, like that. You can, by using this, you can download a document. And we have something called what do you call, target. Okay, target is equal to underscore blank. If target is equal to blank, and you need to remove this download attribute. I don't want to download, I want to access the page. When I click on this, the document is not going to open in the same document. It's going to open in a new tab. Okay, that is called target. Target equal to underscore blank. Or if you place self, the same, that means a document is going to open in the current document itself. Other document will open in the current document. This is called self attribute. Likewise, we have something called no follow. Okay, no follow. That means you are just providing the link between the document, a cross-referencing document and the current document. So if I say, what do you call, in what way you are going to open this one? First one is self, and second one is blank. I'm sorry, it's a blank. What I'm trying to say here is, by using, and along with this, we have something called REL, relation. It's going to ask about the relation. So what kind of relation that will be there between the current document and the cross-referred document? So it might be a next page of the, what do you call, in the HTML, or it might be next page in the project, or a previous page. Okay, likewise, you can maintain something called author page. That means who created this page. If you want to refer, for example, what was that? Tim Berners or Worldwide W3C. Not. Let's go for this one. I just want to refer this one. Now, see, sometimes, this page was developed by different people, right? So if you want to know about the author, see here you can have, here is Tim Berners, the director. Of course, this is not, this might be a director page. This will be the author page. Okay, so if you want to check this out, might be it will be, they haven't given the relation between this document. So if you want to place any relation between this document and this document, we can use something called a relation attribute, just for understanding purpose to the browser as well as the developer. Okay, so here are the next and the previous. There are a lot of varieties out there. We can place something like this. If it is a style sheet, STY style sheet. CSS style sheet. Of course, CSS style sheet won't be used anchor tags. They use the link tags. We will discuss later on those things. Okay, and we have something called no follow. These are different types of values that you can see with respect to this related relational attributes. So no follow, do follow are some kind of attributes that will be used in our internet for SEO purpose. search engine optimization. Have you heard about this one? SEO. This is what is called search engine optimization. That means if you want to rank up your website to the top of the Google search engine, or Yahoo search engine, or Bing search engine, something like that. Okay, you need to go for some, or you need to apply some kind of methodologies while constructing your web page. Okay, so that when we search any website, it will automatically show your website on the first page, or the first link that is going to be shown on the first page. For example, UI desk. If I say UI desk, this is the keyword. So directly you can get uidesk.com, something like that. And if I say something like best online training uh, for web development, something, this is a keyword. See, generally the people can search in a different ways. Okay, so you can find, see, all these kind of companies have been working on the SEO, so that when we search for uh, such kind of keywords in the Google, so automatically our page will be ranked in the top. Okay, so in order to rank our website to the top, we need to use best keywords, but a lot of backlinking mechanisms. There are a lot of techniques are there related to that, and this is also helpful when we are going to work with SEO. Okay, search engine optimization, but that is not necessary for our application wise. Okay, that will be take care about the what do you call search engine developers or search engine engineers. Okay, search engine optimization engineers. Where is my URLs? I'm not getting this one. I haven't provided any backlinks for that. I think best UI training. I can go for some other best UI development training online, something like that. This is one keyword, so that we may get a website in the first page. I didn't have my first page here. Mm, Now you can see this. So in the second page for this keyword, it's ranking up. I think probably we did some work on SEO in order to bring this to the top in the past, but we are not doing that right now. Okay. So right, that is the way we can. That means by using such kind of techniques, we can boost up our page to the top of the search engine. Okay. So this no follow or do follow are kind of keywords will be useful in search engine optimization. Okay, that is not necessary for the time being. Okay, along with this anchor tag, we have something called, we have seen download, target, and relation. Generally, anchor tags are used for, you know, to create menu items. Already in the last class, we have seen how to create a simple HTML5 web page, right? So in this, I'm going to place a header section, something like UI desk, and I'm going to take a nav bar, sorry, nav container. Inside this, I'm going to take home, about, services, contact. Okay, so I'm not going to give any kind of links to these things. If you don't have any links, you just place a pound sign. You have the links, and this is a menu. You can go for it. Of course, we need to style it by using CSS, but currently we're not going to use that. Okay, so we can navigate into these links when we click on these links through anchor tags. That is one reason. And in this particular uh, menu items, or a navigation of menu items, when I press tab on the keyboard, you can see the first selection will be, oops, I'm getting a Google now. I don't want the Google now, but it has a link. However, when I press tab, the first selected is home, right? And the next one is about, next one is services, next one is contact. This is a general order that we have in anchor tags. Okay, the menu item. Uh, what I'm going to do, I can change the order. See, sometimes the what do you call the client wants to open on page load. He want to open, or on keyboard access. He want to open the about page. Okay, he want to show the access to this particular about page. Or if any blind people are accessing the internet, okay, so if they press tab, immediately they want to what do you call go for the about tag, okay, or about page. For this, what we can do, we can change the order of links by using a tab index. So generally, the tab index is an attribute that is available inside your anchor tags. For the time being, I just want to make something like I just use something like this. Tab index 1. The next one is 2. This 3. This is regular and by default. The first one is when we press tab. See, sometimes we use keyboard in order to access the elements, right? No, if mouse is not working or any other kind of situations. Okay. So in this, I can change the order. So first, I want to open the second one. The next, I want to open the services. Then, sorry. Yeah, first I want to open the about as. Last, I want to open this to be 2 or 4, 2, something. I just change the order by using tab index property attribute. See, when I refresh the page and press tab, about got selected. When I press it again, contact got selected. Home, services. Got it? Hope you understand this one. This is called tab index. So by using anchor tags, we can access other documents in the current document. Okay, we can link up the pages. Okay, so generally our web page has multiple pages, so we have links to other pages by using anchor tags. So most of the buttons in the web pages will be anchor tags only. For example, you just go for the bbcnews.com. So almost all these buttons, you can see these are anchor tags only. In our applications, we use anchor tags to develop the menu items. See, this is anchor tag, and you can see this is anchor tag. Likewise, everything will be anchor tag. Okay. Why? Because we are going to link other documents. That is the only way we can link it. Okay. The next one. And by using anchor tags, okay, we have something called internal page navigation. Internal page navigation. So in this internal page navigation, we have something. See, what is this internal page navigation? For example, I just have something like this. Okay, ampersand, let's copy, semicolon, and we have something in the main section. I'm going to write some articles, article, okay, and we have some h2, okay, and we have web web development training, okay, and I'm going to put some paragraph and just take it out. I'm going to place multiple articles here. Let me change the name for all these things. Core Java, just adding some content. Advanced Java, Python. Okay, and what we have other things. Python. Something like embedded systems. We have Android. We have Salesforce. And we have SAP. Or Big Data Hadoop, something like that. Something like that. I just opened this one. Refresh the page. You have plenty of content, right? Now what I'm going to do, by using anchor tags, you can navigate internally in this page, only single page. Anchor tags can be used to access other page in the current document, or you can access the internal sections of the page individually. So let me show you how we are going to do that. So what I'm going to do, I just want to add something called an anchor tag. Mm, Go to top. I just place a link for that. Just for the time being, I'm placing a hash. So when I click on this, it will go to the top. Okay, by default. Now what I'm going to do, I want to jump only this particular advanced Java training. I don't want to start my page to the UI desk after I navigate it to the bottom. Okay, so for this, what I'm going to do, I just want to add an ID. ID can be a web. Let me take some IDs for each and every article. This is C Java, Core Java. This is Advanced Java, A Java, Python, Android, Salesforce, big data. That's I just add an ID attribute for each and every article section. So now what I'm going to do, if you want to go for a Java, advanced Java, just place the ID for that and refresh the page and come bottom and click on this. See, you are able to see, sorry, see, in the previous case, generally what we do when I click on that go to top button, it will bring the cursor to this particular UI desk title, right? But now what is happening? Click on this, I'm getting advanced Java training section as a top. Okay, still we have some other content in the top, but on the screen we are able to see this advanced Java. This is what we can call the bookmarking or internal page navigation or deep linking. Okay, this is one kind of technique that we use in our deep linking. We can link the pages inside our document. So this is generally used in our what in call single page applications. So that is a new trend in our web applications. Generally, a web application contains multiple pages, right? Home, about, other pages, admin, login, something like that. Okay, multiple pages. But we are getting some of the applications will be in the form of SAP, SPA, single page applications. That means we do have only one page, but we are going to manage the internal sections as a multiple pages. For example, you just go for the twitter.com. Okay, if you go for the twitter.com is a SPA, single page application. That means it has only one page of a HTML. Okay, now let me show that one. One page of HTML. There is no other code. Okay, now this is a single page. Okay, now this is not what do you call, these are not pages, these are the states of a page. These are not pages, these are states. What is the state? That what we have seen, this is one section, right? This is another section. I can see each and every section as a state when we link through anchor tag. So when I click on this, I'm getting this kind of section. Similarly, we have 7 sections are there here. Okay, so when I click on that, only that particular section will be highlighted on the top. Okay, this is what we can call SPA, single page applications. Generally, I'll explain this such kind of a topic in AngularJS when I covered it. Okay, what is the single page applications? Why we are going for that? Okay, later on. So for if you want to create such kind of single page applications, that is similar to this kind of discussion only. Okay, that is called deep linking or internal page navigation. There we don't have page navigation. Generally, website have page navigation, right? Multiple pages we have, so that we have page navigation. When I click on the button, so it will move and it will move forward and backward. Okay, based on the actions that we are going to do on the web page. Okay, but in single page applications, We have state navigation, not page navigation. Such kind of things we'll discuss in AngularJS, right? Okay, so that is what is called deep linking. Okay, now, yeah, that is about, and you can add a lot of content using anchor tags. Let me place, and by the way, anchor tag is an inline element, so that we can place that inline element inside an inline element or inside a block level element as well. Okay, so I just place an anchor tag here, and you can use something called read more just to show the page. You have something you see, read more. When I click on this article, it will open a lot. You can do such type of things when we get through CSS, such kind of animations and links. Right, and one simple question I want to ask. Okay, I want to make an image as a link. How do I do that? Um, so we can make an image as a link by placing an image inside an anchor tag. You can just place like this, a tag, and take it out. Now let me open this one. So when I click on this, see, it is clickable now, right? So you can place any kind of URL here and just want to place. Likewise, we can make images as a buttons here. So when I click on this, it will open the Google page. Okay. So that is about the anchor tags. Okay. The next one is tables. Tables in HTML. Now, one of the very important concept that we go for tables. So let's go for tables.html. Okay. So here what I'm going to, if you want to create a table, you have directly something called a table tag in HTML. The table itself consists of rows and columns. So in order to create a row, we can use a tr tag. If you want to create a column, you can use td. Td means table data, not table column, table data. So it will create one column of data inside your table. Okay. So I just want to place something 3. Uh, Let us take this to be 2000. Oh, sorry, this is 1. This is 2014. Okay, 100 CR, something like that. So I just place this is 110 crore, 120 crore, something like that. Plus year to be 2014, 15, 16, 17. 4 rows have been created here. Okay, just check it out. What we get whenever you open this one. I got a table data like this. That was good. So, but when we talking about the table, we need some lines around the table, right? So, to be separated rows and columns. In order to create that, you can use an attribute called border, 1 pixel or 2 pixel, whatever the thing you need. And refresh the page. See, you got you're able to place the values or table data as rows and columns by using tr and td as well as a border attribute. I can see that. But what it is representing? This is representing whether it is representing a world population or a revenue of a company. Okay. So what I'm going to do? So we need some header for that. So I'm going to use another TD. Okay. Generally, instead of TD, we use TH, table header. Okay. Let me show that one on TD. I have this is a serial number. Okay. Year, population, something like that. Reference page. You got the thing. That was fine. But if your data and your header is in the same style, right? I want to differentiate the style of what we call table header. Before that, what I'm going to do, I just want to increase the width of the table. Okay, let us make this to be 400 pixels. You can give absolute values like 400 pixels. Okay, and height to be yeah, height to be right. Okay, uh, so we have created a table header using table data. Now, what is the problem is we are getting same style of representation as the data we have in the column, the remaining rows. Okay, so I want to differentiate the table header and table data as well. So before going to that, I want to add some height and width for this. So I'm going to place something like 400 by 300 pixels and refresh the page. Now see, all these elements are placed right side. Okay, and this header is also right side. Okay, so what I want to do is instead of TD, you can just use TH, table header. So by default, TH has uh, some kind of style, right? So instead of TD, I'm using a TH. This tag was there available defaultly in our table uh, element. Okay, now you can see when I refresh this. See, this was centered align, and the title, that means the what we can call the header data is showing with the bold text. So in order to create, see, if you don't use TH, if you go for TD for the header section, if you want to get such kind of styles, you need to add some more tags, right? Bold tag, align center attribute, such kind of things we need to add. So that is why what I'm saying is, if you know the ready-made things that is available in the language, okay, so it is very easy to work with our application. See, if you don't know about TH, what happens? We use TD. So TD is same as the other columns data, other rows data. So I want to differentiate it. So what do we have to do? We go for other kinds of styles. At the same time, this th will differentiate. Sorry, it will show some difference between the headers part and the table part. Okay. So in order to in HTML5, if you want to separate the header part and the body part of the table, you have other tags like uh, head. Okay, head. That means we can differentiate that so that we can individually control the head section and as well as the body section of the table. Body. Okay, so this will provide a lot of flexibility to control individual sections. Okay, so if you have such kind of things, you can provide different colors for the T body. If you can provide different color for the header section, likewise. So it is better to flow like this. You see, you got a T head will be like this and T body section will be like this. If you want to add some colors to the T body, you can use BG color. This is supported. See, one thing I want to say here is we can apply some kind of styles in HTML by using some attributes like color. See, BG color we have. I want to make something like maroon. Sorry, maroon. Now refresh the page. I got a maroon color. Got it? This is not good. That is like yellow. Something I just want to see yellow. Now I can see. Okay, so but this BG color will not be applied what we call all other tags. For example, here I have H1 tag is there. Mm, inside this I have something called heading and we have something called BG color. Now try to apply this one. We have the heading is there, but yellow is not applying for this. The reason is HTML is not going to concentrate on the styling of the document. It will only structure the document. But still, HTML provides some kind of attributes to style the document, something like BG color, something like that, in order to provide. So remember, this BG color won't works for any kind of what do you call HTML elements except table, and you can apply the BG color for the body section as well. See, entire the HTML body section. Got it? Such type of containers will we will apply the bg color property. Okay, only body section and table section might be form is also form element is also accept this bg color. Okay, so it won't works for remaining other elements of the page. Okay, so do remember this, always bg color can apply for table, body and form element of the html elements, right? That is fine. And by the way, you can apply this BG color individually to each and every data. So what I can go for here, I can highlight this with red. So I can control or I can add individual color for each and every column. Got it? We have something called width and height, and we can apply like this. And what I can do, uh, one important thing I want to talk about this one, we can apply width as absolute values. That means in terms of pixels, in terms of millimeters, centimeters, like that. That means we can use an absolute units of width. And as well as we can also use the percentages. For example, I can use 10%, 50% of the page I can take. So the width will be 50%. Now out of this entire page, this table is occupying 50%. Let us bring this to the center. In order to bring the table to the center, I can use something called align equal to center. Okay, see, I'm able to bring that element. So table is a block level element, but you can control the internal content, or what you call. Oh, sorry, table is not block level actually. Is it showing a block? Sorry, table. Yeah, it's a block level element, and I'm able to control the internal content to be placed left, right, and middle as well. Okay, so that kind of things we can do with the table. Okay, so we can use align attribute. If you apply this align attribute to the image, which is an inline element, you're not able to place image to the center. Okay, of course, if you place image tag inside a figure tag, then you can control it. Okay, so do remember that one. Block level element content will be placed left, right, and center. So table is a block level element so that I can place my content of the table to be center. And I see I can give some percentage of 50%. Let us control the height. Okay, 30% or 60% I'm going to give. Let's see what happens. See, here I want to mention a point that as a note, in table, okay, relative height cannot be applied to the table. Relative height cannot be applied to the table. Always remember, we can apply relative width, but relative height is not going to work. This is one of the important issue that you can find in your applications. Sometimes we use, if you don't know about this type of thing, we apply the height 30% or 20%, but it's not going to work. Okay, do remember this one. Only they accept absolute values, like in terms of pixels, 300, 400, something like that. And you can control the individual width and height, sorry, individual element width and height as well. So let us make this to be, see, so we have given height of 300 pixels, so this will be taken as the main thing. And height, already we have the 50% of width is there. I just removed the width. Okay, but you know, this relative width is not applying for this. So let me take this one. Now this particular element I can control with 500 pixels. So in the previous case, what is happening? The 50%, is it applying for this table? Let me check for that. I think it's applying. Let me take 70 pixels. Yeah. So if you apply table, sorry, width and height properties in the table section, okay. Uh, See, for example, width is equal to 40%, right? I just given that. So that means this width is allocated with respect to the parent element, that is the document element. This is the parent, right? On top of it, the table was created. So what we call it will take 50% or 40% of the width of this particular document, of this parent element. Now we are going to control the width of the single content. Okay, I'm going to control single column. Okay, so this will take with respect to the table. Okay, in the previous case, the table is going to take with respect to the body section of the HTML. Now this table data is going to take with respect to the table. Table is the parent element. Inside that we have the column, right? Now let me show that one in a better manner. One second, please. I can go for Mozilla. Hmm. So let's check it out by using the same page by using tilt around. Now you can see table is placed on the body section. Now you can see this is the table, this is the body section. On top of it, table is placed. Okay. On top of the table, we have the columns, right? So body, HTML body will be the parent of the table, and for the table column, the entire table will be the parent. So according to the parent size, the children is going to adjust its width. So remember always. So if I give width, it will take width according to the table, with respect to the table. Sorry. Okay. Likewise. And that is one thing you need to remember. Always remember, you are not able to apply relative height in our tables. That is one of the issue that you can find. And mm, if you want to match two columns or two rows, okay, you can use something called call span. Call span equal to 2. So I'm going to join two columns. So it will take this one and this one as a two columns. Now we can join two columns, but this column is came outside, right? So that means when we join two columns, this 2 plus 1, 3 columns are already there, right? So you need to remove this one. You need to remove this. Now you can see we can join two columns and you can place whatever the content you want. Got it? Similarly, we can join two rows as well. So I can use row span. Row span is equal to 2. Two rows I'm going to join. Of course, this is the last one, right? So I remember this row span also we are going to give to the table TD, not for the row. Don't apply. We are not able to apply any kind of property or attribute for this TR. Okay, TR is dummy. Always we apply the properties to the TD only. That is also one of the important things that we need to remember. Now we join two rows, right? of this column. So you have to what is that one that is here? We need to remove here. That is called call span and row span. By using call span, I can join two columns. By using row span, I can join two rows in a column. Okay. And last but not least, I want to talk about something called mm, cell padding. Cell padding is nothing but if you want to add some space around the content inside the table. Well, now you have the, if you want to add some space around the content of the table column, okay, you can use cell padding. So I'm going to give 60 pixels. See, we got space around the content that we have in the table. Okay, let us make it to 20, 20 pixels. Okay, we got some 20 pixels around it. And we have something called cell spacing is also there. Cell spacing is equal to, if I give 20 or 50, it will provide some gap between each and every column. See, this is a cell spacing. Each cell we are getting a space around it. Cell padding means the space around the each and every content inside the table. Got it? This is called cell padding and cell spacing. And last but not least, we have a lot of things are there. If you want to add a caption, okay, generally what we do, we use a h1 or h2 tags in order to place some caption for the table. Okay, but unfortunately in HTML5 we have something called caption tag is there that can be placed inside the heading section. You can place this caption. Okay, yeah, okay. Now by using a caption tag, I can place a caption on this particular table. Okay, for example, if a caption, I can place something align equal to BOTTOM, bottom is also there. We can vertically move the caption. Okay, see, we got a caption here. Got it? So by using this, you can make the table to be look wonderful. Uh, you can structure the table by using a lot of attributes and the elements of the table. Okay, hope you understand this one.